if you're like me, then you're also disappointed in the models and examples of what true leadership is supposed to be. Now, everything has intelligence. The basis of life is intelligence. So our disappointments, they also carry intelligence. And in my case, the disappointment in not receiving in my journey over time what I so needed in terms of leadership examples and these models is that I needed to create out of nothing, as it were, what felt like I lacked from those leaders, examples, and models that I needed, that I felt that I needed in order to be who I was, be who I am. And so today in this video, I'm going to talk about some of the qualities and characteristics that represent leadership for me. And we're going to do a little meditation. And I'll talk more about that in a second. Now, some of the qualities and characteristics of true leadership for me represent strength, stability, and a powerful presence. This is really a core part of leadership for me. Another few qualities are generosity, compassion, and nurturing. May sound strange that nurturing is a leadership quality that's more like, let's say, on the masculine range, but it very much is. It very much is, actually. It's a higher, nurturing is a higher form of caretaking. Caretaking can have it can be a pattern in which you sacrifice yourself, but it can also be, from a higher level, it can be a taking care of, a shaping space to support and uplift and inspire others. And then it's a quality of leadership, right? Another few qualities are that leadership reflects our action, passion, and drive, right? It's that decisive component that is able to sharply see and set boundaries or make decisions to move. That was a really a big struggle for me to develop these qualities because of the lack of imprinting. That's a very collective process that leads to feeling that disappointment. In the end, my path over time has grown more into me becoming that state of being that I see that many others are more and more over time clearly in need of as well. Yeah. So we're going to do a little meditation because I don't want to make these videos too long. In fact, over time, as I've developed, I've changed my methodology a little bit more into taking more time, speaking less, and bringing in some more shifts and possibilities for change for you, because that's what's really needed, and that represents my leadership. And one thing to mention about that piece of what I see, the qualities I just mentioned of leadership, we can, I'm sure you can agree, right? Those are qualities we can all sort of agree on. For me, in my uniqueness, my essence that comes through, I've really come to learn, ironically come to learn the hard way, that I actually bring through very much when I drop in, am open enough, vulnerable and real enough. I can drop in to that deeper place in myself, and I bring through that kindness and nurturing that I was talking about. A supportive, inspirational frequency that connects, that brings through deeper remembrance and a sense of belonging to something that may not be so clear yet, but is a feeling, a felt sense, a knowing sometimes for some people. And that's part of this community formation. Maybe we could say at a soul level, at a deeper level. So I will do this meditation. Just be a couple of minutes, so maybe you want to settle in and join me for that and experience what you experience. And this is a new form of meditation that I offer where I bring in those qualities. I bring in, as it were, the frequency through spaciousness, right? Holding that space where, presence that I was talking about as one of those qualities is very important. And I take you into the timeless realm. Now, there's a lot to talk about in terms of what that means. I won't get too much into it now. But it's a realm that's beyond time and space, in which you will begin to piece together, make realizations, and make shifts in time and space that are really the deeper reasons for your daily struggles and problems. It really all has to do with the here and now. So let's drop into this space. You can close your eyes or preferably closing your eyes, but just taking a moment now to drop in to the center of your chest. And begin to notice if you feel a glow. Taking a breath in and out. Noticing this glow, however you perceive or sense or feel this glow. Realizing that this is actually your true essence, your strength, your natural embodiment. It's an inner connection, connectedness to this energy. And so as you're feeling this glow, maybe it's beginning to pulsate and slightly grow, expand throughout your chest space to the edges of your chest. As you're focusing on it with your attention, your loving, nurturing attention that are qualities of your innate essence and being. Just becoming aware of the stillness, but also the softness that comes in just as you're doing this exercise with me. Also becoming aware that this is actually the connection with your deepest self. It's already here. Don't have to search for it. Don't have to do a long journey to find it. It's actually already here. And the more time you can spend forging this connection with yourself, the more you can create, do, live, be from the truth, the pure truth of your being that is here. Noticing, the mind can quickly take over and in so many subtle and kind of sneaky ways take you away from this connection so that you don't grow into a stronger version of yourself that's living more from this space. Right? Notice that you may notice beaming of light coming out from you. That light that is just bursting to come out of your chest to shine, to show other people, to uplift and inform other people of who they really are through you being who you really are. And practically, however that expresses itself, because so often in spiritual circles we're told these terms of standing in your truth and claiming your power, and what does it really mean? It means you first connect to this space, and then you can allow deeper inspiration to come through you. And sometimes that means you will have to step into unknown territory. When you have a path like me, before the next steps will reveal themselves, I'm in that territory. I'm not above anyone else. That's not a form of leadership that I agree with. I agree with horizontal equality, co-creation, mutual support, togetherness, community, because it's the only way that this world is truly going to have the power, strength, and momentum to begin to change, even though most people don't fully realize that yet. Okay, this shift is beginning to happen where in your chest, the center, this alignment is beginning to shift so that it can be a more durable, more sustainable, more accessible place within you to connect with. Notice the calmness that's here. That stillness is the place of true self-connection. It doesn't lie in the chaos and the drama. Okay. Now slowly begin to come back. Open your eyes and just noticing your environment. Really pay attention to the solidity of some of the objects that you may have in front or around you. Shapes like maybe a circular lamp, square screen, rectangular phone. Just noticing the physicality of those objects, the outer edges. That brings you back strongly into the here and now. So for me, just to round up this video, this is more of what represents true leadership, is showing up with this space, perhaps in the unknown, which is even more challenging and courageous for those of you doing that as well. And having that deeper trust, but not knowing per se. There's not a mind factor. Mind doesn't know. In fact, it's often very scared. All right, so for today, that's it. I hope this was inspirational, informational for you, and if you want to do further work with me in this space, making these shifts for you in this new form of awakening meditation that I bring through, you can book a session on my website. That's www.lionelfrancis.com. And I look forward to hearing you or seeing you on the journey, where I will be posting more informational content and videos and meditations as we go along here now, starting 2022, which is the year we're in now. All right, have a good day. Bye-bye.